What if I told you that some of the most effective communicators in 2026 are using AI before nearly every important conversation? Shouldn't be a surprise. It's not because they can't communicate, not because they're replacing human judgment, but because they understand something most people actually are beginning to understand. The future doesn't belong to leaders who complete or compete with AI. It belongs to leaders who use AI to become more human, if you will. And that's exactly what top executives and good communicators are learning right now. Research and leadership trends across 2026 consistently point toward a model of human plus AI leadership, where AI handles preparation while humans focus on the human side of it: judgment, empathy, relationships. Many people assume AI is making communication less personal. They're worried conversations will feel robotic or even generic and artificial. But leaders getting the best results are doing the exact opposite. They aren't using AI to replace conversations. They're using AI to prepare for them. Think about it. Before a difficult conversation, most people spend a few minutes thinking through what they're going to say or what they want to say. Top leaders spend a few minutes with AI first. Not asking what should I say, but asking what am I missing? And that's a key. That's a very different question. Here's an example. Preparing for, say, a difficult conversation. Imagine you're about to speak with an employee who has been underperforming. Most managers either avoid the conversation, over-prepare emotionally, or walk in hoping for the best. A skilled leader might ask AI something like, what blind spots or what am I missing when considering addressing a high-performing employee who recently has declined in his performance or her performance. AI can generate possibilities such as burnout or personal challenges, maybe changing priorities or resource constraints. Now, the leader enters the conversation with curiosity rather than assumptions, and that changes the whole conversation. It becomes human, not scripted. Human-centered leadership is becoming increasingly important precisely because AI can handle routine things like analyses and preparation. Now let's use another example, negotiations. This is where AI becomes incredibly powerful. Before negotiation, a good communicator, they don't ask AI to negotiate for them. They ask AI to challenge them. Say something like, act like the other side. What objections might I face? Or what points am I overlooking? What assumptions am I making that could be wrong or different? The result, you get better preparation. You can probably listen better, ask better questions. Interesting, research on AI-driven negotiation consistently shows that preparation, relationship building, and understanding the other party remain critical factors for a successful outcome. AI helps leaders think more broadly, but humans still build the trust. Another example is executive or boardroom meeting, a high-level meeting. This is probably the most practical use. Before a board meeting, client presentation, even sales calls, leaders increasingly use AI to do the handiwork, summarize information, identify some risk, or even organize their talking point. Most importantly, predict difficult questions, not because they lack expertise, because they value clarity. Many leaders are now using AI as like a high-level executive assistant. They refine their communications, get the information summarized, and improve their clarity while reserving the final judgment for themselves. The goal isn't to sound smarter. The goal is to think clearer. Here, the human advantage is always going to be there, and many people aren't talking about it, but they realize it. Here's what most AI discussions miss. As AI becomes more common, human skills become more valuable, not less. Empathy, trust, emotional intelligence, storytelling, and most importantly, the connection, the human connection. Multiple leadership studies and executive discussions in 2026 emphasize that human expertise, emotional intelligence, and relationship building are becoming premium differentiators as AI adoption increases. Anyone can generate an email. Not everyone can make another person feel understood. Anyone can create talking points, but not everyone can inspire confidence. Anyone can summarize information. Not everyone can build trust. And trust still wins conversations. The leaders who are thriving in 2026 follow a very simple formula. They use AI for preparation and use humanity for execution. AI helps them gather information, challenge themselves and challenge assumptions, identify some risks, organize their thoughts. But when the conversation begins, the human takes over. You have the listening and the observing, most importantly, adapting and connecting. That's where influence still lives. The people who fear AI often believe it will replace communication. The people succeeding with AI understand something different. AI isn't replacing great communicators, it's exposing the weak ones. Because when everyone has access to the same information, the real differentiator becomes the person in the conversation, their judgment and presence, and most importantly, their ability to build trust. And that's something no technology can do for you, at least not yet. If you found this valuable, subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments, what's one conversation you wish you could prepare for better using AI? Because the future of communication isn't human versus AI, it's human with AI.